City of Stevens Point Police and Fire Commission meeting, recorded September 4th, 2025.
It's 1 o'clock. We will bring the meeting to order. Candy, can we have roll?
Barrett.
Here.
Kirschling.
Here.
Rosick. Here. Pingle.
Here.
Zenner.
Here. All right, we're all here and accounted for. Number 2, President's Report. I do not have anything today for the President's Report. Number 3, confirmation of bills.
Approval of minutes.
Oh, approval of minutes.
Number 3 is approval of minutes.
Oh, excuse me, approval of minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from last month.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Now, number 4, confirmation of bills. Mr. Secretary.
I looked over the bills. The fire department and ambulance looks great. They're way under budget. The police, with new hires comes expenses, right? And Chief Cuso is just going to touch a little bit about the possibility of reimbursement and how that works when we have education charges, et cetera.
Yeah, so what we offer now, it's also through the state, is anybody that needs the 720 Law Enforcement Academy, it's a cost of approximately $5,000, and it also comes with meals and mileage. And we put individuals through that program, and we pay for that initially, and then we request reimbursement through the state. And as long as these individuals pass the course, which we've been lucky all of them have so far, within about a month or 2 we get reimbursed. We get reimbursed the $5,000, we get reimbursed the mileage and the meals, so that all comes back to the City of Stevens Point.
And that's, I have no further comments.
All right, any other questions, comments?
I'll make a motion to approve the bills.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Number 5, discussion with possible action to approve Officer Clayton Madison-Dawson for permanent status effective September 4th, 2025, upon successful completion of his 1.5-year probationary period. Chief?
As you requested, we do have Clayton Madison-Dawson, Officer Clayton Madison-Dawson, up here at the podium. Us here at the PD call him CMD. It's a little bit easier than those 3 words. But he's here to kind of introduce himself to all of you as you guys requested and kind of talk about why he's here and where he came from.
Hello, I'm CMD, or Clayton Madison-Dawson. CMD is easier. I'm originally from San Francisco, California. The reason what brought me out here was a girl, but now I'm here and been loving it in Wisconsin. I love how nice everyone is. I've enjoyed the community in Stevens Point, and ever since I started working here, I've pretty much enjoyed it. It's been a fun ride being a cop and being somewhere new, so I've really liked it.
What do you like, what do you, outside of work, obviously being in law enforcement is very stressful when having personal time and doing things on your own is very important. What do you do on your own time?
Well, I like to mountain bike. I like to hunt. Hunting's a new thing for me. Wasn't a big thing in California, but ever since coming out here, it's been a lot of fun getting introduced to that, and just I love being outdoors. I was a Boy Scout and then actually Eagle Scout. So after I finished all that, I was always in the outdoors and kept doing that here. So.
Very good. Any other commissioners have any questions?
I got one. You've been here a year and a half now. What call of service, or what's the most significant call of service you've gone to, and how is that, did it surprise you, or was it something that, your training, you're able to utilize your training to get through it?
Yeah, so, well, when I first started, my first night was a homicide and then a kind of a stabbing downtown. So the homicide was very interesting to be a part of. I remember sitting downtown and first off started out with the stabbing. Some dude walks out, knife gets flung under a squad car, and then starting with that was pretty fun and entertaining. And then going to the homicide was a different aspect. We kind of had to look for the suspects who had left the area. And it was definitely a cool experience to be a part of. Definitely something that was a little bit shocking at first. I didn't expect small town Stevens Point. I had been here since 2021. I would have never expected that would be my first night. But that was my first night, and having Stankowski as my FTO kind of helped me out with that. And then as I progressed, I've gone to shooting off of Echo Dells and a couple other things. And I just think with having good FTOs and a good structure and actually getting to cycle that system, I think it helped prepare me to be off the road. And I have lots of people here I can ask questions. Almost everyone on my shift allows me to ask questions, which is so nice about being a city. If I was in the county, I may not have that backup or have people who are right there, but here I have the ability to just ask questions. And it's really, really helped me be more confident in where I am now.
Has the department given you all the resources you need to become successful?
Yeah, I feel it definitely has. I mean, having people is the biggest one, because when you get out of FTO, you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing. You know, you've gone through the academy, you've gone through FTO, but still doing it by yourself is different. So always having that person there, having that resource, and then always having these emails, whether, you know, you go to the bathroom, whatever it is, and it has this on the wall, mental health resources. It's such a weird thing to have it in there, but it's where you're alone, where you can actually look at that or even ask people questions. I mean, I would say I definitely had the resources here to make it work. So
That's nice. Yes, nice to hear a perspective that the trainers and people above you were doing it right. So it's very, very nice to hear that.
For a goal, where do you hope to be in 5 years?
Well, I want to be an FTO eventually. I enjoyed the teaching aspect. I thought it was really cool getting the FTO process, just being through different people and their different styles. It's cool to teach others. I like to talk a lot. I like to teach others. I don't mind going over that, which is a few years down the line. But even before that, drone operator is super cool. I know all the spots are filled right now, but I have interest in that. I'm a big technology guy. I like how drones work, and I think it'd be cool to do that too. So.
Is there anything our department can do better?
I mean, at the moment, there's really nothing that comes to mind just besides being open to change. I think being open to new ideas, whether it's new technology, like whether it's the Axon. Axon's been honestly the best thing I've had since this department. Like when we had the old system with the old dash cams, you had to print out on a disc or whatever that was. We were just talking about that today. Having that Axon, that new technology, honestly has been the best. I really like that. It's a great tool. So just being open to change, I guess.
Can you explain that for those who don't know? I mean, I know what Axon is, but it
So
definitely speeds up the whole process of when you're,
Yeah, so Axon is a system, whether it's body cams, dash cams, or even releasing drones. What they allow you to do is Axon, now they're even doing translating features, but even our squad cars, they have something called an ALPR, which is an automatic license plate reader, and allows us to even look at license plates. So we can type up a license plate. So let's say we're going to a call, and the suspect vehicle passes us, either they'll chime at us whether it's revoked, it's stolen, or whatever it is, or just provide us a lot of information and a lot of tools that we can use later in investigation work. And I think that's super cool to have that. And then the body cam system. We don't have to label our videos as much as we needed to. In the past, you needed to label every single video that we had. Now we can just mark it as a property crime, and then it automatically uploads based on where you are and the time of the call, which makes it very easy for us to have to do less paperwork. So I like all the systems. So.
Thank you.
With the change happening in January, you're going to get a new head coach, supposedly. Does that make you nervous? How do you feel about that kind of change?
I'm excited for change. I like to say that I'm a little bit too new, really, I would say, to start formulating too many opinions. I'm just excited to see where things go. And I've enjoyed having Kuso as a chief, having that change, and just like even getting to talk to him. It's someone you can always talk to, someone's down to earth, and yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what happens. So I don't know yet. So.
Go ahead.
Okay, with all of that said, first of all, the Axon, that's all the technology we talked about increasing here at the PD, and it's because of all of you that approved it to let us go to Capitol last year with that, and we ended up getting $550,000 for that upgrade here. Lieutenant Long was, or is actually CMD's lieutenant, and he wrote this, and I'm asking for today to be his last day of probation. So September 4th, 2025, it marks the end of his 18-month probation. During the 18 months with our department, CMD has consistently shown exemplary performance in the execution of his duties. His overall enthusiasm in developing his skill set and well-being of the department has also been very evident. Officer Madison-Dawson has in fact been a very motivated person since he started working at the department. He is always keeping himself busy with calls, assisting others, and looking for ways to improve himself at the department. Officer Madison-Dawson has successfully completed the 18-month period as probationary officer, and Lieutenant recommends that he be placed on permanent status effective as immediately. And so that's why I'm asking the PFC for is approval to make Officer Madison-Dawson a permanent employee, no longer probationary status.
I'd like to make a motion to approve Officer Madison-Dawson for permanent status effective today at 1:12 p.m.
Second it.
All right, we have a motion, a second. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, number 6, discussion with possible action to approve the hiring of Jayden Petit as a probationary police officer without training, pending successful completion of background investigation, psychological screening, and medical screening. Chief?
Yes, we're trying to get to our number 47th officer, and after the background, it's been recommended to ask you for approval to hire Jayden. Jayden grew up in Janesville. In June of 2021, he graduated from Craig High School. He also attended Black Hawk Technical College before starting school at the University of Stevens Point in the fall of 2022 with a major in conservation, law enforcement, and criminal justice. He currently is attending the Law Enforcement Academy at Mittelstaedt Technical College and will graduate from UWSP and the Academy in December of 2025. Upon successful completion of the 720-hour Academy, Jayden has been said to have a good group of friends and family that's very supportive of him and his career path. They describe Jayden as being down-to-earth, patient, and an honest person who watches over them and cares about people. I also want to just point out that he is also an Eagle Scout, which is a pretty impressive achievement. I'm asking the Police and Fire Commission for approval to hire Jayden Petit as a patrol officer without recruit schooling with the Stevens Point Police Department upon successful completion of both his psychological and his medical screening, with the understanding that Jayden will complete and pass the 720-hour academy, which began August 18th and is supposed to be graduating December 17th from Mittelstaedt Technical College in Wisconsin Rapids. So I'm asking for approval to give him an offer of employment.
That was August 8th, is the Mittelstaedt Technical College.
Correct. He actually is currently in the academy.
Okay.
So he's taking courses at UWSP and going through the academy at the same time.
So now it's all one program. So at the very end, the very last semester of his conservation law enforcement is the 720 Academy. They made it part of the whole program. So when he completes the 720, then he graduates from the university as well as the academy.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve. It's Jayden Petit, is that correct?
Correct.
As a probationary police officer without recruit schooling, pending the successful completion of a background investigation, psychological screening, medical screening, and successfully passing the recruit schooling, or the schooling.
A second.
All right, we have a motion, a second. Any other questions, comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Congratulations, Jayden. Number 7, Police Chief's report. Chief?
I'm going to go over a couple things in my report, but then I'm going to actually talk about something that is a little bit more impressive with one of our detectives here. On August 5th, the Stevens Point Police Department held their second annual National Night Out. Again, it was put together by Lieutenant Joe Johnson. It took place at Sarahmore Park. Over 25 groups, businesses, city and county resources, along with the fire department, set up tables and were at the event. It was incredibly successful, and there was probably over 400 people that actually came to that event. Officer Toddy and Officer Soa, who both have been approved through the PFC, graduated from the 720 Law Enforcement Academy and are currently in step 1 of their field training. On the 20th of August, the Rescue Task Force was active shooter training, which this is the 11th year that we put it on here in the county. They did Amherst High School, and there's another one that's scheduled here for September 24th at the Portage County Courthouse. Again, that was very successful and went very well. And then on August 24th, that was the, I don't even know what number it was for Guns and Hoses softball game. It's games that are implemented to raise money for local veterans, and so that actually was held at Memorial Park, Veteran Memorial Park over in Plover on the 24th of August, and that was very successful as well. What I do want to talk about is we have an individual who's in our detective bureau and has been in our detective bureau for quite some time. I'm not going to ask him to come up to the podium because he does undercover work, and so we do not want him on camera. But he has been a narcotics detective for several years, and this year he attended the Wisconsin Narcotics Officers Association conference, and he was selected as receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award nomination, and then he was selected at the conference to receive that Lifetime Achievement Award. And I'm going to go over a little bit of his letter that was written to them about Detective Sergeant John Larank. It says that throughout his distinguished career at the Stevens Point Police Department and the Central Wisconsin Drug Task Force, Detective Sergeant Larank has exemplified unwavering dedication, exceptional leadership, and a lifetime of service in narcotics enforcement. Detective Sergeant Larank began his law enforcement career with the Stevens Point Police Department in 1998. From 2006 through current, he served with distinction in narcotics and general investigations, demonstrating a strong focus on combating drug trafficking and related criminal activity throughout central Wisconsin. His impact on the fight against controlled substance distribution in this region is both measurable and profound. Over the course of his career, he's executed 362 warrants, leading up to the seizure of 138 pounds of marijuana, 9 pounds of methamphetamine, 538 grams of heroin and fentanyl, 2.6 pounds of cocaine, 381 marijuana plants, and over $150,000 in U.S. currency. Additionally, he conducted numerous undercover investigations across agencies within the task force, directly resulting in significant criminal arrests and successful prosecutions. One of the most notable examples of effectiveness was a knock and talk, which means that you just walk up to a door, you knock on it, and you try to talk to the individuals that reside there. This knock and talk operation yielded $50,000 in cash, 1 kilo of cocaine, 13.6 pounds of marijuana, and 3 firearms just by going to the door and knocking on it. Detective Sergeant Larank has been responsible for 605 felony charges, 299 misdemeanor cases, underscoring the critical role he has played in public safety and law enforcement efforts in Wisconsin. His contributions were also recognized at the federal level by the DEA for his work in Operation Bear Hug. That was a 30-month investigation that resulted in the federal prosecution of 16 individuals trafficking cocaine between Minnesota and Wisconsin. His efforts also helped solve a 2005 double homicide case, leading to 2 additional arrests in that case. Since 2004, he has served on the Stevens Point Plover Metro SWAT team, assuming team responsibilities in 2022. His leadership, mentorship, and guidance have been instrumental in shaping young officers and contributing to the long-term success of this task force. Outside of law enforcement, John's a dedicated family man and a community member. He and his wife, Jennifer, have been married for over 27 years, have raised 2 accomplished children. Sam, a financial professional, and Maggie, a staff sergeant in the United States Air Force with a degree in informational science and technology. John's commitment to the community services extends to his roles as the youth sports coach, a SPAS softball coach, and a board member for the Stevens Point Sixers baseball team. That's just part of the letter, but I wanted to read that to all of you so that you can understand what an incredible asset Detective Sergeant Larank is for the city, for the Stevens Point, for this, for the citizens and also for the Stevens Point Police Department. But I want to congratulate him. It's well-deserved, but he won the Lifetime Achievement Award in narcotics through the WNOA. So congratulations, John. That's it.
All right. Any other questions, comments? Due to the sensitive nature of the position, I will make my congratulations off the record. I will make a motion to approve the police chief's report and put it on file.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Number 7, discussion with possible action on moving forward with the employment of new probationary firefighter paramedic candidates. Hauger, Sandberg, Ulrich, and Mittelstaedt. Chief?
So yes, we have continued to have the latitude of the Police and Fire Commission to continue our search for new candidates, obviously in the fire and EMS world, as that has been increasingly been getting harder to do. But we are very fortunate and are excited to offer the opportunity up to 4 new candidates pending successful completion of the onboarding process to you did say that right, Hauger, Sandberg, it's Ulrich, and Mittelstaedt to the Stevens Point Fire Department, pending the successful completion of everything and your approval to bring on those 4 new firefighter paramedic candidates. We would be looking to start the academy on November 3rd and have the graduation on December 5th for those 4 new employees.
And what we discussed last month is that the conditional offer, were you able to present that to them right away? Because we were talked about that to kind of.
Yes, so we were able to present those conditional offers to those employees. They did accept those conditional offers, and now pending the actual candidate process and your approval, we would move forward with these 4 candidates.
I'll make a motion to move forward with the employment of probationary firefighter paramedic candidates Hauger, Sandberg, Ulrich, and Mittelstaedt.
I'll second that by Barrett.
Is there anything else that they need to complete with this?
There's going to be several things that they're going to need to complete. They'll have to complete a background check. They'll have to complete psychological screening, medical screening, a CPAT certification, a physical agility test by Advanced Therapy and Associates here with the department. There's several things that they'll have to complete, yes.
Okay.
And that's all part of that onboarding candidate process. They have to have all of that complete prior to even being able to start the academy on that November 3rd date.
Okay. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other questions? Comments? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Number 9, discussion with possible action on the ability to run an internal-external assessment center for division chief's position within the Stevens Point Fire Department. Chief?
Since last month's Police and Fire Commission meeting, I did receive a letter of intent from DC Center, Division Chief Center, for a resignation from the department on or around November 1st. And with the approval of the Police and Fire Commission's today, I would like to be able to post that position and run that position parallel with the Assistant Chief of EMS's position currently within our department, and hoping to fill both of them in the next month and a half, and get those 2 positions up and running within our organization.
Any questions?
Well, a little bit of shock.
Yeah, a little bit.
I gotta say, that's, we're losing AC Gemza end of the year, and now Sinner. That's a pretty big hit to the fire department, especially for what they bring. I mean, it's.
And Chief Gemza, after 13 years of being the Assistant Chief of EMS, is retiring, and Chief Zinner has put out, as of today, correct? Officially an email. He is moving on and furthering his abilities in the fire service, and he is accepting a position as a fire chief with a different municipality. So there was some time spent here prepping him, and talked about succession planning and mentoring and getting him ready for that next step, and having that ability to move on to another municipality as an actual fire chief of an organization, supporting him in that process and making sure he's ready to go. And we actually talked about it again this morning in my office, and he put out an email this afternoon to the department staff.
Okay.
Well, congratulations on that career advancement, but again, we will feel the hurt here.
I'll make a motion to, for the ability to run an internal external assessment center for a division chief's position within the Stevens Point Fire Department.
Second. Go ahead, Tom.
You got me.
All right, we have a motion to second. Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Number 10, Fire Chief Report, EMS Report, EM Report. Chief?
So Chief Cuso actually was able to hit a few of the topics that we talked about when it comes to RTF and being able to work with the Amherst School District, guns and hoses, and a few other things. But a few things I would like to point out. We did just start two of our newest candidates, paramedic candidates, Tucker Bart and Cooper Benke. They started with the department on August 18th and are enrolled at school at Mittelstaedt Technical College for their paramedic. So we welcome them on board with the Stevens Point Fire Department. I had a great learning experience or opportunity and experience. Was able to, they made a request statewide and selected a few members to go to Milwaukee after the floods to work in a disaster assessment EOC, and was selected to go down there and participate in that. Learned a lot of good things, and if it were to ever happen here, what we can be successful on and capitalize on from an emergency services standpoint, EM standpoint, and for funding resources and what we're going to get back state and federally. I'm actually going to be doing some training with community development on some of the things I was able to learn and pick up from that. So a great opportunity. We did have a drowning at Lake Helen. We're going to be having an after-action report coming up later in the month, and that's going to be facilitated by the county EMS coordinator, and that'll be in Rosholt. We were a part of that request for swimmers and for a boat. MDA Fill the Boot has just been completed, was very successful. Working with Local 484 this year, we had that MDA drive on August 28th and August 29th. We've had several Touch a Truck events throughout the community that have been going on. We've also participated in National Night Out, like Chief Cuso had explained what that was about, and been involved with a lot of other community things going on. Other than that, are there any questions on the Chief's report for fire, EMS, or EM?
I just have one question. That the Milwaukee extended the request for you, to come, and that, again, was a great opportunity for you to go down and, experience something like that. Do you know in the future, especially with our DC Malin, that being he's our emergency management oversees that, something like that, to be talking, to these other counties too, to be able to provide him that opportunity to come and do some assistance with that too?
Absolutely. So they were, when they made the request, they were specifically looking for certain people or certain things. But he is actually on a request as well for his slot or his resources as well. But he has been working really diligently with the other EMs in the local area to make sure that those partnerships are fostered, and when we ramp those things up, that he participates in those things.
Yeah, that's something that I guess I would definitely like to see is,
Yep.
when
And-
opportunities present, that we're sending him as much as we can too.
Yes. And actually, he and I were in coordination with things while things were going on.
All right, any other questions? I'll make a motion to accept the fire chief's report, EMS report, and EM report, put on file.
A second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Hearing none. Motion carries, and we are adjourned.
A video of this meeting is available for viewing on the city's website, stevenspoint.com/videos.